Alright, good morning. Today is October 27th, 2018. It is the opener for modern firearm season for elk here in Washington. My dad and I, we are working our way to get on top of this ridge up here. I'm just tagging with my dad because I don't have a elk tag. I hunted archery season, so that was my elk season. But my dad has a rifle tag, so we're just gonna see if we can find a bull for him to shoot. It is chilly. It rained hard yesterday or last night. Hopefully the elk are on their feet. So we are just walking around. Haven't seen anything today. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, sweet. Let's pick this. Let's do this. That's all we're looking for. It doesn't have to be that big. This just made my day. Walked right on it. Right on this trail right here. Right there. Bingo. So far we've seen a lot of elk sign. Lots of fresh tracks. Droppings are kind of old, but they're definitely in the area. Well, we had a very dead day. Worked around to this other ridge over here, came back, bumped 4 white-tailed does. We were walking on the road. We were basically just backtracking, going back to the truck because we're quite a bit away from it. And so my dad decided to stand over this little hump off to the side of the road. As soon as he did that, you just heard a crashing right, maybe within 20 yards, and they all just booked it. We came over here to make sure they didn't cross this clearing down here, but we have a feeling they just snuck through the timber. Guaranteed that was a herd of elk. They're actually going back towards the way back to the truck, so we're just gonna slowly hunt our way back to the truck. So, dude, I knew it, man. When we got here, those elk signs were so pretty fresh. I was like, dude, that means the elk have to be here somewhere. If they were there all day, then basically my dad and I, we walked right past them this morning. But I have a feeling they weren't there. They probably just bedded. We went past and then they bedded there. Came back and then stepped right on top of them when they were bedding. So we know the elk are here. Alright, so my dad and I, we bumped a herd of elk. They were right here. And then we thought they ran over here, but they actually ran back across the field. I was just looking on the field. I was like, dude, that's an elk. And so we have elk. They're all just feeding. So my dad's actually going to go in and, if he sees a bull, he's just going to shoot him. I'm just standing back, just kind of paying attention to the elk. So we'll see how this goes. Fingers crossed. Washington State general season modern firearm for elk. If we had a cow tag, man, for sure, but we don't. Alright, so the elk, they're moving fast downward, so right now my view is blocked, so I can't really see him anymore, but my dad's already down there. He said he's already crested, he's on top of the hill. So I don't know. I can't see him anymore. The last cow is about to disappear out of my frame. Well, at least I think that's the last cow. I no longer have them in frame. I think my dad sees him. Alright, so what I'm actually gonna do is, since my dad is slowly working his way down there, I'm actually gonna pack up. I have his backpack tied onto my backpack, so I'm just gonna hike down there. And then pretty much if we don't make it happen, if there's no legal bulls with them, then we'll just work our way back to the car. I think it's just a herd of cows, so at least we found them, right? At least we found elk. Alright, let's go. Alright, well, as you guys can probably tell, we are back at camp. We're gonna start up a fire, just relax. Right now is 4:16 in the afternoon. Gonna basically clean out everything, get everything ready for tomorrow. We're back at camp pretty early, but man, I'm pretty exhausted. I could literally fall asleep right now, but yeah, we have all our food in here and some drinks, and then our drinks here, and then we gotta repack the packs. Yeah, you guys can see our bed is a mess, but we're gonna have to reorganize everything, eat some dinner, and then we're gonna have to talk to Chang and my uncle, see how they're doing. They might move out to a new unit, I think. So for the most part, we basically just gotta prepare for tomorrow. So alright, good morning, guys. It is so stinking cold right now. Barely talk. But my dad and I, we came up to this field. We sat there all morning long. We sat there because we saw the elk right here yesterday. All we saw this morning were 2 whitetails. Pretty much today we're just planning on half day, so my dad's actually gonna backtrack. And so I'm gonna go back to the truck and basically drive around and then basically pick him up where he's gonna pop out of. Animals should be moving in this weather, but for some reason they decided not to move through here, besides those 2 whitetails. So I am freezing, so I gotta warm up. Dude, that elk track wasn't even there this morning. That's a lone elk. Might have been a bull, who knows? Alright, well, I finally made it back to our original camp, and I'm just gonna basically put away what I don't need and then put what I need in my pack, and I'm just gonna quickly go and sit over here while my dad makes his way back to the truck. A rain jacket, even if it's not raining, it's always in the pack. There. Camcorder. Can't forget the
Good old rifle.
Quickly load it up and hike up this road. Just see what we can see. Just basically don't want to sit the car and do nothing while my dad's hunting. So you never know. You might just go over there. You might get lucky. So from yesterday and today, I have seen probably the most bear scat I've seen during a hunt. Like my dad and I, we saw a bunch of bear scat yesterday, and fresh ones too. I just came from the truck to here. I've already seen several piles of bear scat, but it's just like bear scat everywhere. But where's the bears? I'm turning this into like a semi-shed hunt. So just take a look. This is just tall grass with small trees. It looks like a prime shedding ground for whitetails, you know, you would think. Well, you can basically say I kind of gave up on that little mini trip that I just made hiking up here. Didn't see anything, and plus that little piece of public land is really small, so you hike about quarter mile and you already meet private property. So I just made a loop around that square of public grounds and then just made my way back. So I'm basically gonna try to get my exos ready, you know, because I think my brother is actually coming back from Idaho today, and then I think he wants to make another trip out to Idaho later tonight so that we can hunt tomorrow. So I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna head out to Idaho basically in a bit, and yeah, I'll basically hunt tomorrow as well. That's why I gotta get my stuff ready and get everything ready to go. That way I can get home and just take a shower and do all that stuff, and not have to worry about my, you know, loading up my gear and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Basically just gonna wait for my dad now, and I think this is pretty much it.
I thought it was the small deer, but then the calf came out. That guy's pretty big, dude. Don't get touched.
He's grunting.
Yeah. I knew I heard him.
You hear the other one calling? Alright, well, we are in Idaho today. It is October 29th. You guys can hear moose, they're calling. The bulls are grunting, the cows are mewing. This is my first time in my life where I've heard them communicate like this. Don't know much about moose, but it seems like they're rutting. Seems like there's two bulls on the tail of that cow moose and that calf. But we're chasing elk, so we're just gonna keep hiking around. Hopefully we can find a herd of elk this time instead of moose.